Hi friends, Tina did it here and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited about this one. It turned out super cute. I made this wishing well using all Dollar Tree items and this was a requested video. Here's the picture that was sent to me and the one I went off of, and here is my version of it. So if you want to see how I made this cute wishing well, keep on watching. But before I start, I'm inviting everyone to join my Facebook group called Tina Did It with those pink hearts. And here is my profile. We're friendly. We treat each other like family. Make sure to join because that's where you can share your crafts with me. You're also creative and I would love to see what you do, your crafts. And you could also follow me on Instagram. It's tina.did.it, just like you see here on the screen. And that way you're not just a subscriber, you're my friend and you can message me anytime. I'd love to hear from you and you know that. So yeah, so make sure to check the Instagram and Facebook out. Now let's get on with the video. I'm going to get these tumbling tower game from Dollar Tree. Before I forget to mention, everything in this video is from Dollar Tree. Now there's two kinds of those tumbling game. There are the ones that have brown in them and the other one is just all tan. Make sure you pick up the ones that are all tan if you want to do the same wishing well that I did, because I didn't use any of the brown on here. Now I'm going to go in with an octagon mirror and this fix-all adhesive that I picked up from Dollar Tree as well, or you could use E6000. The reason I'm not using hot glue on the mirror is because the hot glue dries super quick on the mirror, so you have to use something a little bit more liquidy and then it dries out. So that's why I'm using, for the first row, I'm using this glue. But basically you're going to make like a cross on the octagon, and if you don't have an octagon mirror, you can just cut it out of cardboard, an octagon shape, or if you don't want to use a mirror for this project, you can use a piece of cardboard. So basically I'm doing across each other just like you see here. I'm starting off with 4. I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes and then I'm going to continue and build up my wishing well. But meanwhile, I'm going to start off with the roof. I'm going to take my Jenga pieces and this time I'm using the hot glue. I'm going to glue 5 pieces together. Later on, I end up changing my roof. I end up changing my roof and making it 10 in a row. So I made my roof a little bit bigger because after I made my well, I felt like my roof was a bit small. So I went and made it bigger, but you'll see none of the video. I don't want to confuse you. So yes, so I ended up making 5 on each one and I made 4 of them. To make the entire wishing well, you only need 2 boxes of the tumbling tower game from Dollar Tree. So only 2 of those boxes, you don't need more than that. Before I forget to mention, if you like videos that are straight on point and cute projects like this one and definitely affordable, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you're notified every time I upload a video. So now I'm just basically gluing the 2 sets together, a 5 and a 5, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. Even though I did change my roof later on, I did add more Jenga pieces, but I still wanted to keep this in the video because you'll see how small the roof looks when I have them standing up right now, but I add more to it later on. So you see, this is how it was meant to look. But I felt like it was a bit small for the wishing well, so I changed that later. But I'm going to set that aside for a minute and let's go get on with the wishing well, and I'll show you about the roof. I'll show you how I changed the roof later on. So basically you're just going to follow the pattern of the mirror down there. You're going to apply hot glue now because you want it to stay in place and dry out fast. So you don't want to use, I don't really recommend E6000 for this part or the fix-all adhesive because it takes a while to seal, so I do recommend hot glue for this one. So I'm going to just apply some hot glue, and like you see here, basically like I said, I'm following the pattern of the mirror. You can put like a jar or a piece of glass or maybe a candle in the middle as a guide, but I'm just basically following the mirror. And then now I'm just going to put that piece perfectly aligned with the piece under it. So you got to make sure it's perfectly straight so your well is nice and straight. I think this project is super cute, super affordable, and you could also make this for Mother's Day. So it's definitely inexpensive, but still looks amazing. And you could also spray paint this. So you could spray paint the Jenga pieces before making the well, or if you're going to make it on a cardboard, you can spray the whole thing when you're done. Yeah, so I think this is a great idea for Mother's Day as well. You guys have to give this a try. It turned out super cute. Notice I stop at 4 Jenga pieces, so each row has 4 Jenga pieces. So that's a total of 32 for the wishing well part. The roof, I didn't count that yet, so that's 32 pieces. So that's not even a box yet, just to make the wishing well itself. Now I'm going to go in with this floral foam. I'm just trimming it into shape, basically. Like you see here, I made a huge mess. But you can basically go in with a butter knife and keep cutting it until it fits properly in the center. Now let me clean this mess up and I'll be right back. So now I'm just going to place that in the middle. Do you see how it fits perfectly in there? And I'm going to go in with these dowels, the craft sticks from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue them across each other onto the top Jenga. And I'm just going to basically put a little dab of hot glue and just hold it there for a few seconds. And I'm going to do the same thing right across onto the other Jenga piece right there. I'm just going to hold that in place until it's dry. And now let's bring back the roof. So I ended up making my roof a little bit bigger, so I glued those pieces that we made earlier. Now you can have your roof this way, or you can turn it around and have it this way. And this is the way I'm going to keep it actually. So when I noticed that my roof did look a little small for my wishing well, I glued more pieces together. So I ended up making 2 more sets of the ones that we made earlier. So now I'm just gluing those together. So I have 10 pieces at the top, 10 pieces at the bottom. Do you see back there? So it's 20 pieces each side of the roof. So the whole roof is 40 pieces, 20 on one side and 20 will be on the other side. So once again, when you're gluing the pieces in the beginning, just do 2 rows of 10 and then glue them together, and then another 2 rows of 10 and glue them together. So that's 20 and another 20. And this is basically how we're going to glue our roof. That's how I'm going to have it stand. But here's the tricky part. This is probably the easiest way to make the roof. What I ended up doing is I just laid one flat, and then I'm going to have it more secured with one of the dowel sticks from Dollar Tree, and it fits perfectly in there. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to have one laying down, and then I'm just going to tilt the other one at around 45-degree angle. So now I'm going to take the stick, like I said, and put it in there. But before I do that, I'm going to go in with my hot glue, apply a lot of glue in the middle part where the 2 touch. And then I'm going to just toss a dowel stick in there before the glue is completely dry. So yeah, so you see here, I'm just using my hot glue gun, putting glue, and then I'm just going to toss the stick in there for extra support. Now I'm going to take that stick and just push it in the glue like I said, and I'm going to take my my glue gun, and I'm just going to fill in any empty spaces between the Jenga pieces and the stick. So I'm just going to add extra glue, extra support on this, and you can even apply E6000 if you'd like on top. But I just went ahead with the hot glue, and it's holding it perfectly fine right now, so it works great. So I just went in with the hot glue, and I wanted this to dry fast, so that's why I ended up using the hot glue. But here's how it looks. See, I think that's the easiest way to do it rather than having them stand on a table or anything. I think that was perfect. So now I'm going to decorate my roof a little bit by adding pearls up on the top of the roof. So I'm just going to go in with my hot glue gun, and those pearls were from Dollar Tree as well. So I'm just going to add that all the way across, but you can add rocks if you'd like, or reindeer moths. It's completely up to you. Now I'm going to just put in my flowers, and you can basically have sunflowers, roses, anything you'd like. Like I said, this is perfect for Mother's Day as well. So I'm just going to place in my flowers, and I'll be right back. I'll be adding the roof in a minute, but I wanted to add some rocks around this. So I had little stones, and I went in with the hot glue Don't put the hot glue onto the mirror because like I said, it cools down super fast. You want to put the hot glue onto the rock and then place the rock onto the mirror. So now it's time to glue on the roof. So I'm going to take my roof and basically I'm going to have it balance onto the stick on the top. So I'm going to apply my adhesive because I want to be able to move it around until I have it centered. So I recommend the adhesive or the E6000, the Fix-All adhesive I think it's called, and or E6000 up on top. So that way you can move it around and make sure that the wishing well is properly centered and the roof is on there properly. So hot glue is going to dry a little bit too fast. So for that part, definitely use E6000 so it could hold it up nicely. And I'm basically going to have the sticks holding on to the top stick or balancing on. And then I'm just going to make sure that it's centered like I said, and that's it, you guys. So basically, like I said, you can decorate this any way you'd like. You can have it themed for like bees, a bees theme, or butterflies, or for a fairy garden. And you can add to it reindeer moths. See here, I added little pieces of fairies that I already had on hand, and there was that little welcome sign, and I hot glued that to the wishing well itself. So you can make this part of your theme and just glue on it whatever you'd like, and you can paint it like I was saying before. So definitely I think this is a must try. Let me know what you think down in the comments. You know, I'd love to hear from you, and if you have any other requests, like I said, this was a requested video, so I hope this helped. But yeah, so if you have any ideas, let me know what you'd like to see next. I think it turned out super cute and very inexpensive to make. So I think it costs like less than $7 to make. So definitely let me know down in the comments, what would you add to this? What would you add to your wishing well? Would you add lights? Would you add bees, fairies? What would you add? So definitely let me know what you think down in the comments. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more fun DIYs. And make sure to share with your friends. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time and stay safe. Bye.